Okay, I'm Chuck Phillip. Welcome to another edition of Southern Home Talk. And I believe I'm at the opening day of this ALDI here in Daphne. And we're behind this Walgreens here right off of Highway 98. And that's Little Caesar's Pizza, I believe, right there. And that chicken place next to that. But it also has an entrance coming in off Whispering Pines Road over there. Just so you know, and that may be the best way to come into this, because that turn lane that you see those cars stopped in over there, it took about 4 cycles of the light to get through that. So if you're coming to this, I recommend going all the way up to Whispering Pines Road and taking a left, and then coming into this side entrance over there where this car's coming in. It's actually a pretty wide entrance there. This is a pretty unique store. You know, I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. You know, I was kind of sort of expecting, you know, a real specialty grocery store, and I guess it is in some ways, but it really, to me, is more like a highfalutin Dollar General, and because it's got a lot of bric-a-brac in there, and like I was looking for tartar sauce and I couldn't find any in there, and it just doesn't seem to have a whole lot of what you would find, you know, at your typical grocery store like Rouse's or Piggly Wiggly or any of the others. And it's not that big either. It's actually relatively small in there. I was kind of expecting something bigger than this. Now, when I first got there, I couldn't get a cart. And I said, so they're all chained together here. Let's go ahead and zoom in and see what happens here. I think that's one of the staff members, yeah. So there's some people that are not too familiar with that, as I wasn't. And what the deal is on this cart is that you put a quarter in to unlock the cart, and then when you put the cart back, it gives you a quarter back. And that's supposedly done to get your quarter back so don't have to send staff out in the parking lot to get the carts, that sort of thing, that you'll actually bring the cart back to get your quarter. I've never seen anything quite like that, but I ran into some people out there in the parking lot that lived in other states that seemed to be a common thing from where they were from. Now, there's some things I got there that I like, primarily Cabernet. I've never tried these two brands before, so, you know, we'll see how well those turn out. They didn't have much of a meat department, but they did have some, you know, ground beef, that sort of thing. I didn't see any sort of steaks or even pork chops for that matter. A lot of frozen entrees were in there. You know, some are different brands I've never seen before, and I may at some point go and try those out. But, you know, it looks like they are doing a pretty good bustling business for the opening day. And so we'll just have to see how over time this fares out as well. You know, I think if I was the CEO of ALDI, I would remove a lot of that bric-a-brac out of there and replace it for grocery items. But, you know, they have their business model, and this may be what's successful for them as well. But not only that, not all these ALDIs may be the same. I mean, it's possible they could be different from location to one location to the next. So we'll just have to see. If maybe some of you guys have been in some of these other ones, you could probably tell me, you know, that this is more like a scaled down version of maybe what their full size version is. And because that's, you know, like you got the super Walmarts versus the regular Walmarts, and that might be this may not be the super ALDI here. So anyway, it's been kind of an interesting experiment to go through this. It was really packed, so I really wasn't able to see a whole lot of, not as much as I'd like to, because the aisles are so crowded. But you can also pause this video too if you want to see some of the prices or maybe some of the products up close. You know, I don't know how well I was able to capture a lot of this, but you can, you know, hit the pause button on this video if there's any particular spot in this thing that you might want to focus in on. And I figured I'd do a little short video on this to, you know, kind of show you what this thing's like in case you've never been to one of these or you just want to know what the one in Daphne's like. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.